Texting and driving is a familiar concept with all drivers. Before you get your license, you hear about it. Every year you hear about it. Maybe not you, Grandma and Grandpa, when you first got your license, phones weren't even invented. You may have done it on the way here. You may do it tomorrow. You may have done it before. The point is that it's a bad habit. Everyone in society, pretty much everyone in society does it, and we need to stop. There are three kinds of distracted driving known as visual, manual, and cognitive. Visual is when you take your eyes off the road. If you get a text, a call, an email, or you want to look at the song that's playing or anything like that, take your eyes off the road. That's a visual distraction. It can cause a serious accident. Next is manual. Anytime you take your hands off the steering wheel. So if you want to send a text or check your email or send an email, you take your hands off the steering wheel and you're texting and you're using your knees to drive with the steering wheel. That's manual distraction, can cause serious injury and death. And the last one is cognitive. Anything that takes your mind off the road, when you're not focusing on the next driver, the red light, the green light, anything like that, or the pedestrians walking by. When your mind is somewhere else, that's cognitive. Texting while driving in the state of Florida is only a secondary offense. This means that you can't get a ticket for just texting and driving. If a cop sees you texting and driving through a light, at a light, anything, they can't do anything. They can only give you a ticket for it if it's related to another crime or violation. So if you're texting and driving and you're speeding, or if you're reckless driving or drunk driving or anything like that, it's an added ticket, added fine. According to CDC, distracted driving caused an average of 9 deaths and 1,000 injuries a day in 2018. That's over 365,000 injuries and multiple dead, including babies, children, elderly, military, anything. What's the resolution to this? According to IIHS.org, Florida is one of 4 states that has it as a secondary offense. There's some states that don't have it as an offense at all, and there's some states where they already have it as a primary. So the resolution to this would make it at least a primary in Florida, since it is a big state and it can make a difference. Other states can probably catch on. Hopefully throughout the country eventually it will be illegal. It can help if we add punishment. So if you're getting a ticket every time you're texting and driving, if you're getting your license revoked or points on your license, or you spend a night in jail, all these deter people from doing it because now they know there's a consequence. The visualization of it. According to MillerandZoes.com, they have confirmed that the roads would be 2 times more safer. That's including when your kids start driving. So now you can worry about your kids a little bit less, knowing that they're not texting and driving, and the people around them aren't texting and driving. Knowing that they won't get into a collision or hit in the back, or they might kill someone on accident, or anything like that. They also said, MillerandZoes.com, that 53% of minors have seen their parents texting and driving when they are being taught to drive. So when you're being taught to drive, you're thinking like, what should I be doing? What should I not be doing? If you see your parents texting, you're saying, oh, it's okay to text and drive, or change my song, or check my email. And especially when they're a new driver, they're not as experienced. So even though the parent's doing it, it's likely that something bad's gonna happen. They're a little bit more experienced, less likely chance. But when you're a kid, you don't really know how to drive yet. So when you're texting, it just even higher and higher your chances of having something bad happen. So if we can eliminate this, the new kids that are coming in driving, going for their license, they'll be much safer. At the end of the day, texting and driving should be a primary offense in Florida. I would like to know one day if I have kids or grandkids, that they would be safe, knowing that everyone around them isn't texting and driving or on the phone or changing their song, checking their email, taking photos as they drive, and that could possibly take them away from me. The reasonable punishment for it should be reasonable for the first-time offenders and the repeated offenders. So the first time it happens, ticket, fine, okay? Happens again and again, revoke your license. They will stop doing it eventually. And then accidents will be less likely. Hundreds of accidents. Hundreds of deaths will not happen. Thousands and thousands of injuries will be prevented. And what can you do? You can easily sign petitions. You can easily participate in this. When you go home today or tomorrow, don't text and drive, don't call, don't look up where you're going, don't navigate, just have it on already before you put the car in drive. Know where you're going and what you need to do. Also, if you're ever in the car with someone who's texting and driving or distracted driving, let them know how you feel. Now that you've seen me tell you about it, let them know the statistics. Let them know that they're putting someone else's life in danger, a baby's life in danger, and your own life in danger, and maybe you'll get through to them. At the end of the day, no one should be texting and driving. If they are, they should be punished for it.